Happy Saturday night, or whenever you happen to come across this video. I was like fixing my hair. I have this thing where like I don't like my hair to touch my face. It's like all or none, right? My hair can either be totally down and it can touch my face and all is well, or I want like every like hair slicked back. And so I was like slicking it all back. I've been outside most of the day. Taught a Pilates class this morning here at Soleil Lofts, and then got a lot of work done online out in the open kind of mezzanine area. And look what I got to play with. You want to know the world's biggest kept secret? Guess what it is? It's here. It's in the Book of Life. You notice it was the 7 of Hearts and now it's the 6 of Hearts. So, world's greatest kept secret for tens of thousands of years is it's all written out for us, and it's been hidden in plain sight, and it's been told to us to play with it, right? Play poker, we play all sorts of different games with it. But it's here, it's in the Book of Life. And so the card deck that we know today that we play poker with, the 4 suits, the 52 cards, the 2 jokers, is essentially quantum numerology. Every single number, every single suit, and especially when they come together, mean a specific thing, forms a certain vibration that means a particular energy. And so if you're joining me on the live, I can see Facebook is like officially letting people know that I am live. If you're here and you would like an intuitive card pull from me, just go ahead and comment down below. You can let me know who you are. Sometimes StreamYard, I'm live on StreamYard, so sometimes StreamYard doesn't let me know who you are. So if you want me to know who you are, you can say your name. You can say the topic that you would like to ask a question around. And if not, I thought what would be really fun is to do a card pull around this new energy that just came in recently. So we're just passing a full moon. And we just today, this morning, if you felt it, if you're in the Western United States like I am, or in the Western Hemisphere, we entered into the club's energy. And the club's energy is all about, I'm just going to shuffle. Sometimes it sounds really loud. The club's energy is it's a really mental construct. So here's what sparked my life. I came across a video on, I don't even know if it was on TikTok. Ooh, I'm loving TikTok, by the way. I feel like I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go, which is probably how we all learn, right? But if anyone knows how to do TikToks and you want to like explain it or teach me, I am all ears and hearts and willing to learn. But so anyways, I was scrolling through some videos and I came across this one, and the lady was talking about how you just need to get out of your head. Like, don't let those voices be louder than who you truly are, and just get out of your head about it. And I thought, the saying is so true. What you resist persists. And so the more you try not to do something, or you try not to think about something, right? We've all heard the term, well, maybe you haven't, but if I tell you, don't think, whatever you do, don't think about a pink elephant. What are you thinking about? Fucking pink elephant, right? So this is what happens with our thoughts. And this is why our thoughts spiral and they spin in our body. And I talk about this a lot. We know scientifically, biologically, energy moves inside of our body through our hormones in the form of emotions at 286 miles per hour. So when you're trying not to think about that thing, what you're really doing is chasing it. What you're really doing is shining a light on it. What you're really doing is highlighting it. And you might be able to go do something like open a bag of chips, or Netflix it, or go for a workout, right? All of the things that, like, whether we judge it as good or as bad, but it's going to come back up. It's going to rear back up. And so this is what I teach, is emotional intelligence and emotional mastery, permission to be human and permission to feel it and allow it to move through you, and to stop pushing it away. So, hey, Summer. If you would like a card, go ahead and comment down below. But here's what I was thinking. On the heels of a full moon, on this fresh new club's energy, I represent the club suit. Everyone represents the club suit. Summer that just hopped on here and is commenting so I can see that she's here, she represents the club suit. So knowing that we've moved into this mental energy universally, if you are on earth, you are feeling its effects. It's like if you are on earth, you are feeling the effects of the sun sometime, right? If you're on earth, you are feeling the effects of the moon sometime. It just is. This is just the frequency. We can measure this. It's a literal thing. And when you know that we woke up this morning into, well, we shifted out of a very physical kind of realm, feeling our physical bodies, feeling really heavy in the body. You might have noticed some shifting happening in your finances as well. And if you notice this morning, like, it feels different today, there's like a shift. Like, of course, it's a Saturday here in the Western Hemisphere. But if you notice the shift, you might be a little bit more sensitive to the energies. And, maybe you, whether you're on the high side or the low side of that mental energy coming in, you noticed it and you felt the energy. So I thought we would tailor this reading. Absolutely, Summer. So as long as I have Alex's permission, I will pull a card for him. Summer's asking if I will pull a card for someone else. So let's tailor this card pull to what is your best action? So I'm going to pull 2 cards. What is your best action to do in order to really embrace this mental energy? Okay. I felt like that was more for the people here, right? I was sensing it as like, yeah, he's totally cool with it. But then also I don't ever trespass, spiritually trespass, physically trespass, mentally trespass. So I've been shuffling the cards for quite a bit. So I love what's happening in the chat right now. Tell him to get on. Okay, so does Alex have a specific question, or we can ask directly for what is his best step, his best action in order to step into these next, it'll be about 12 days that we'll move through the mental energies. It's mental and it's also more like career path oriented as well. So if you want a card, let me know. Steph, Summer, for you as well. And I'm just going to keep shuffling and wait a minute to see if Summer says that Alex has a specific question or if the general card pull around heels of the new moon energy. And he's getting on. Okay. Steph, you'll take one always. Absolutely. So I'll pull for Alex first. And then Steph, you're up. Kind of go in order to what I see here. You know, this is the first time that I was able to go live on LinkedIn. So I didn't realize that LinkedIn had like these certain rules that I had to follow. Story of my life, not knowing the rules I was supposed to follow. But I got them all checked off. And I got the green check mark that I'm live on LinkedIn. So for the very first time, especially on LinkedIn, of all places to come here live and do an intuitive card pull. And these are intuitive card pulls, right? I'm using my intuition to pull these cards for everyone. But you have a very specific soul's contract map that was based on the space and time that you were born. Like this is like your energy landed into a space-time continuum, and you have your soul's contract already mapped out for you. You have a very specific soul's purpose, and that's what these cards can tell us. Like our ancestors have left us with the answers. They're right here. Hey, Alex, I see you're here now. So let me know if you have a specific question. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do, Alex? So this is what I was feeling before I even hopped onto the live. I'm going to pull one card first just for the collective. So for anyone that's coming here on the replay and it's kind of like, oh man, I didn't get to ask for a specific card, you can consider this one to be for you. And Then I will pull one for you, Alex, and let me know if you have a specific question, or I can just do the general card pull number. Ahmad, you want my contact number? This is it. Yeah, a general feeling of the universe. Okay. I don't have any specific, just a general feeling of the universe. Beautiful. Okay, so this first one, it does feel like I need to pull for the collective. So this one for everyone, if you're here live with me or you're on the replay, this message is for you. What is it that is your release? Ooh, the 9 of clubs. Okay, so of course, the 9 of clubs for the collective. So start with the number. We have 9 numbers universally, right? 1 through 9. The 9 represents the endings of something pretty major. So as we enter the club's energy today, knowing that we're on the heels of a full moon, deep release, what can you truly release for you in the club's area? So, and the way that you've been thinking about your life, your relationships, your career path as well. So if you have been thinking about wanting to start something new, allow yourself to release the old first. The 9 of clubs is saying that you can universally come together in what it is that you desire. Look, there's the 6 and 3 at the top of the screen. It's always a reverse, which equals a 9, right? Numbers are all around us. So 9 of clubs for the collective, truly you can have all that you desire, but you've got to release everything that's coming up for you. So whatever that might be for you that's coming up for you right now, as I'm saying that, that's the thing. 9 of clubs. I love when I see a 9 because it's deep, deep endings, right? Release, let it go. In order to get the next, you've got to release. You've got to release in order to step into the next. And it's the club. So in the career, in the way that your thinking pattern, what is it that you've been allowing to take up space, take up rent in your mind longer than you really desire? And this is what we were just talking about a moment ago. I'll acknowledge it. Acknowledge what you've been thinking and acknowledge the thinking pattern that's not serving you in order to release it, in order to let it go. Okay. When you do, that's the Pluto card. When you do, what you get is the 6 of clubs. This is for Stephanie. She's the 6 of clubs. So the 6 and the 9, let's just look at these two numbers together. The 6 and the 9. The 6 and the 9 are the reverse of one another, right? So when you put the 6 and 9 overlaying one another, you get a 0. You get what represents the all. You also get the figure 8. So it's momentum and it's what's for the collective. It's what's for the all. So when you release that what is no longer serving you, and this is dark energy, meaning it's your thought patterns. It's the stuff that you're doing every single day that is not serving you. How do you release it? Acknowledge it. Notice it, right? I see you overwhelm. I see you frustration. I'm going to allow myself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it 15 seconds or less, and then consciously choose to feel another emotion. This is my specialty. That is what I teach. So if you're like, yeah, but how? Feel free to slide into my DMs and we can have a conversation. This is what you get. So the 6 also really represents high intuition. You get to tap into your intuition. You get to really embody that, that when you get that gut feeling or like, I just know something. I don't know how I know it, but I just know it. That's the 6 of clubs. That's what you get to have. As you release all of the extra taking up space, the head chatter, what you get to do is to tap into more of your own intuition. So I love that I was making it specifically around the mental energy here as we step into the club suit. And then we get both the 6 and the 9, which moves into eternity. Right? The 6 and the 9 overlap to move into eternity. All right, Alex, your turn. So I have Alex and then Steph. And I don't see anyone else in the comments. If you would like a card, I probably can do maybe another 1 or 2. I was planning on being here for about 30 minutes tonight. I'm going to go get a run in after this. Saturday night. What's everyone doing on a Saturday night? Let me know in the chat. Besides, interesting when one always flies out. Some past stuff going on. Some people have. That's what's coming through. I'm excited to be live on LinkedIn for the first time. Hey, Christy. Absolutely. You're starting a new big adventure. Okay. So this one right now is for Alex. This is your Pluto card. Ooh, 10 of spades, Alex. So you love Saturdays. Yeah, me too. So I was thinking about this actually today, the 10 and what it represents. So let's look at the numbers first. The one, one represents you, Alex. So you as in you coming back to yourself. I'm looking at your name because I'm just filling into your energy a little bit more. You coming back and treating yourself. You coming back and really allowing yourself to have the things that maybe as a little boy you always wanted, but you get to gift yourself that now as an adult. You get to gift that to yourself now as a father, as a husband. But more than anything, you get to gift it to yourself because you just get to. So that's what's coming up for me around this 10 of spades. The 0 represents the all. The 0 represents literally the universe. Universal law of one. It includes everything. And so that's why it's so important just to just really honor the 1 and then the 0. So the 1 representing you first, right? The 1 comes first, and then the 0, the all. So take care of you first, and then the universe will naturally be taken care of. And the universe is inside of you, right? And then it moves on the outside of you. So those that are closest to you, and then expanding out. The spade is it's a deeper, darker energy. It's the all-encompassing how I feel about myself, how I think about myself, how I love the world around me, how I allow the world to love me, how I love it, how I allow it to love me. But you've gone through, once you hit the 10 of spades, you've already gone through the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. You've gone through all of the numbers, everything that it means. And you've stepped into, there's kind of like this, I kind of think of it as like this gap that you step over from the 9 into the 10, and you're there, you have arrived. So because the question was, what is it that you can really embrace in order to allow the mental energy to have the higher vibration or the positive effect on you? Really allow yourself to have more of your own downtime, especially with this 10 of spades coming up. Allow yourself to be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to quite possibly for the first time, like really just dig deep and ask yourself, what is it that I want? And what is it that I want to be really proud of myself for at the end of the day? Like I could cry thinking about this. The way that's coming up is like, it's like sitting in my heart. So allow yourself to really be proud of yourself in order to really step into the mental energies that we have coming up, release everything with the full moon. This says you can have it all. You can have it all. But allow yourself to feel proud of yourself first, right? When you do that, oh, beautiful 7 of hearts, unconditional love. So you get the love that you're seeking. Everything that you think you're doing for love, go ahead and throw it out the water, out the window. I don't know where water came from, whatever water means to you. Throw out the dirty bath water and keep the baby. And yeah, 7 of hearts means you get to experience unconditional love. And this is very specifically unconditional love for you in particular, Alex. So if you feel like you'd like to share, I'd love to know how that's landing for you in the comment box. I love that for you, Alex. Thank you for letting me do a read for you. Okay, up next, I have Steph. And then after that, I have Christy. And then, hey, Eddie. Yes, I'd love for you to play. Okay. I can really deep dive into these numbers. So let me. I'm the 2 of clubs, which means I'm really meant to use my throat chakra. I'm really meant to talk. And can you tell that I've embraced it? Yeah, Alex, pretty damn spot on. Got a lot that I am going to take away from this for sure. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah, be proud of yourself. Like when no one else is around, like when there's a mirror around, but nobody else is in the house, or maybe everyone's still sleeping, like really just love on yourself, right? Really be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to say all the things to yourself that you wish would have been said to you. Like you get to have little Alex say it to you, Alex, now. Okay, Steph. What is it that is coming through for you, Stephanie? I just like to hold it up here first. Ooh, the King of Hearts, Steph. So Stephanie is in my royalty code, and this is why I named it the royalty code, because of the royalty suites, right? Or the royalty suits. And so the king reigns in love, right? We're talking about true royalty, not royalty as we know it today in the way that it's been passed on through monarchies, but royalty in the sense of the energy. So the king has experienced it all, from the ace up through the numbers into the 10, initiation, the queen, and then the king. So the king really has mastered the hearts, the love, the suit. So Steph, as we ask the question, what is it that you can really focus on? What is it that you can release and that you can step into in order to allow this mental energy to play out for your greatest and highest growth? Love. The king always loves itself first, and it's not masculine or feminine. It just is the frequency, right? It's the vibration, it's numerical value that we're talking about. It's energy. I used lots of different terms. It's Taurus field, it's the quantum field, it's your spirit, it's your soul, whatever the terminology is that you have for it. This is what we're talking about. And so Steph, lean into love, love, love. And I know you're doing this so well. So like, how can you lean into it even more? How can you love yourself even more? And then give that to everyone else. Give that to everyone else around you. It is the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together and forming everything else around it. So love, love, love. How can you love on yourself even more? And this could be something that would be, what do I want to say? Like, what I would term to be like on the outside of you that you would go and do. Like it might be something that you go and get a workout for yourself, or you might go and, create a space where like your kids are going to be somewhere while you get to just like rest and take a bubble bath or something like that. When you do, another 7 as a result. So Alex got the 7 of hearts. You get the 7 of diamonds. So the 7 of diamonds says you get to release all of the stuff in the physical world that's not serving you. I know this is going to land for you in a different kind of way. So you get to release all of the stuff in the physical world that is not serving you. And I know this means a lot, right? With what you have planned coming up. The 7 of diamonds, it's the physical, right? It's your physical body, but it's also has to do with money. So what you get is, I wouldn't doubt you have more money coming in for you. The 7 of diamonds is known as the millionaire's card, but the key to receiving the money, the 7 of diamonds, is release. That's the 7. 7s are notorious, and I know this as a ruling 7, for like, yeah, let's go. I'll leap. I'll do it. I'll go for it. But like, we're still like tethered. We're still anchored to the old, right? I'll just drag it along. It'll be fine. I'll just bring it. You got to release it. And so, Steph, lean into love. How can you love yourself a little bit more? How can you share that love out, right? I know you're getting back into doing massage clients as well. So that's a beautiful way for you to share the love that you have in with your clients as well, right? Nothing that transfers energy more than the palms of our hands, right? The Reiki that flows through it, the life force energy that moves from the palms of our hands. Yeah, even just saying that, like I can feel like it always feels like little pop rocks underneath the palms of my hands when I talk about Reiki, or when I just bring my focus to the energy that we carry in our hands. So whenever my girls and I are driving down the street and we or anywhere really, and we see a cop or an ambulance, we always say like, we're sending them Reiki. And my girls know the symbols as well. But even if you've like, if you haven't been attuned, if you just like draw the attention to the palms of your hands, draw the attention to the fingertips, and just bring your mental awareness, your mind's awareness to your hands, and just notice if you feel anything in there. Just, and it's okay if you don't just yet, if you're not well versed in it or well practiced in it. But if you're to do this every day for the next 32 days, twice a day, you would definitely start to feel a different kind of energy, right? This is, again, it's like it's moving through us always. So my girls will do the the chokure symbols, and they'll send healing and blue light protective energy whenever we see an ambulance or a cop. I'm really good at starting subjects and then getting lost in them. So if I don't ever finish a topic, feel free to put it in the chat. All right, Christy, I think you were up next. Oh, and let's see, Steph, I would love to know, of course, how that landed for you if you want to type it in the chat. And then Christy, you are next. Yeah, you do it also, Christy. Beautiful. And you said, I think, Christy, you said, let me scroll back up. I think you said something like you have a big new adventure coming up. So that's exciting. Okay. So I have Christy and then Eddie and then Margot. Hey, Margot, welcome. Steph says, love it. I'm going to put out a fun new option that's massage energy work. So it totally fits. Absolutely. Yeah. Include the word love in there, right? And like whatever it is that you're that new option, like want to love yourself more. Let me love on you more. You know, whatever comes up. I've got a 12-year-old boy humor, guys. And so like, sorry if I just like giggle at like, let me love on you more. Like, you know, it's a massage. So you'd be like, not like that, but like, let me love on you. Right? I promise I haven't had anything to drink. But I just cracked myself up. All right, Christy, one more shuffle and we're ready. Okay, for you, the 9 of Spades. Wow, can you see the theme that we're coming up along? So this is the 9 of Spades. So virtually nearly the same thing for you, Christy, as with Alex. 9 is the ending. So where can you really dig deep, because it's the spade, and allow yourself to just purge. We're cyclical beings, just like the moon, right? And we move through different passageways. We move through different times, different portals. We know this is like 365 and a quarter days is a year, and we have a birthday. We know that logically. But there are several other different cycles that we have in life. The 9 of Spades is my 7 fucking year portal that I'm moving through. I entered it in 2020. And I have until 2027. So right now I am in my Mars energy with it. And so it's very similar to me doing an intuitive pull for you right now. Let everything go that's not meant to come with you on this new adventure. Like literally let it go. Donate it, burn it, release it, let it go. Let that ish go. And this is everything from the way that you're thinking, the way that you're feeling, into the tangibles, like old photo albums. I know I'm going to say it. Like take the ones out that really mean something, like everything in this new adventure that you're going on. The 9 of Spades says, dig deep, clear everything. You know about heart-mind coherence. You know about life force energy. It's the heart, it's the mind, it's the spirit, it's the soul, it's the body. It's like a juice cleanse for your whole fucking life. That's the 9 of Spades. So how can you really embrace this next 12 days as we step into the mental energies? Let everything go that's not serving you, that's not part of this next adventure that you're going into. Yeah, deep purge. Ooh, and then look at these hearts that are coming up. The Jack of Hearts. So the Jack of Hearts is you get to experience a new for whatever reason, I want to say the word level, a new level of love. But you get to experience a new height or a new depth of love. The Jack of Hearts is, it's known as the incarnation, the cross, right? Jesus on the cross. It's the let me love a little bit deeper. Let me show you how to love. Let me receive love. Let me take it that direction, right? This is what you get to receive when you release everything in that 9 of Spades. Yeah. That feels good. Let me know how that's landing for you, Christy, down in the chat box. Steph, let us know if you came up with a name. Something with love. Yeah. Christy said, perfect. I'm feeling the urge to let all that mental shit go and literal stuff. Yeah, these intuitive pulls really, you all are really allowing me to tap into your energy. And so the spade in general would be more of like what we would consider impurities of the mind, impurities of the heart, impurities that we're holding onto, not necessarily like donation or throwing stuff away, but the first thing that I saw was fire. And that's why I said, like, burn it, do whatever you need to do with the intention of, as I light this on fire, right, and I bring more energy to it, and like have the intention around that. So as I, oh my gosh, I want to sneeze on that. As I release this, for whatever reason, I keep seeing photo book albums for you, but as I release this book, or as I release this stuff, I give it with the intention of, right, just allow it to be really ceremonial for you. Yeah. You're so welcome. Yeah. Let that ish go. For a long time, as I would clear stuff, I would cough it up and I'd feel it in my throat. And the past few months, I've been feeling it in my nose. Like I'll either sneeze it out or I'll like feel a little tickle in my nose. And yeah. The need to know. Yeah, a little bit closer to the third eye chakra. Okay, where am I at? Is it you, Margot? Are we there? Sometimes I can't see on the comment. Margot, do you have any specific question, or you want to focus on here? Christy says, I love fire. You know what? I forgot. I could actually put this. Let's see. I can put these comments up here. Look at that. Ah. Ooh, I love your, ooh, look at that. You have fire on your little, what's that called? Your little profile picture. I love fire, and my main way of releasing is through fire. Okay, so that's why I was seeing it. And I've kept some photos and letters from my ex. Oh my God, yeah. And he really hurt me so deeply. And I've been unsure as to why I keep these few things. Yeah, sister, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, that's right, Eddie, you are next. Okay. I love that. Thank you for sharing, Kristen. Yeah, let it go. You know, it's like that's and so an X really does represent that 9, right? And look at the beautiful geometry of the 9, right? Where you start in one direction and you swoop up, down, and around, and you end up pointing in a whole different direction. That's the 9, and that's where you're going. And so as you release the X and you release the hurt and you release the tangible things that hold that frequency, that hold that vibration, right? So for anyone here on the replay that like needs to hear this, when we hold on to stuff that is from your past, that is, like she said, I didn't know why I was keeping them. I was unsure. And so consciously being aware, like, I'm not sure why I'm keeping this. You can hold it, you can tangibly hold it and ask it, what do you want to do? What do you want to become? And as you tap into your own intuition and then make that decision as to what you do with it, right? Do you bury it? Do you burn it? Yeah. I knew you were a burner like me. I was feeling that big time. Yeah, let us all witness that with you. That 9 of Spades, let that past go. Okay, so I think Eddie was next. So I'm going to go with Eddie next. I just want to kind of go in the order that I said I would out loud. So Eddie, let me know if you have a specific question. And then Margot, you're right after Eddie, if you want to let me know if you have a specific question. And then... I don't know. It's 6:04. We'll see. Sometimes there's a delay. I was told recently that, like, on Facebook, you can post certain things, right? Like you're supposed to how do I want to say this? Like on Facebook, you would be a little bit more tame. I'll use that word. Versus like Instagram, you might be a little bit more like less tame or whatever the word that would be. And then like TikTok is even less tame, right? Yeah. And then LinkedIn is more like career focused, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I am not doing that. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go on StreamYard and I'm going to go live all at once on Facebook, LinkedIn, and I do have a YouTube channel. So if you're kind of wanting to like dive down my YouTube channel, everything just gets automatically uploaded over there. And it's just under my business name, A Beautiful Surprise. I think I have two by accident. So if you pull one up and you're like, this looks kind of sparse, then it's probably the other one. It's the one where you either have to have all caps or all lowercase. Can you tell how much I release my need to know tech? Yeah. I push buttons and it magically shows up. But again, I can see there's more people live here now. So if anyone knows TikTok and you want to trade TikTok training for I'll do it. I'll do a card pull for you, or I'll actually look at your actual chart if you want. We can do like a trade. I could use that because sometimes I'm on TikTok and I'm trying to figure out. Like there was a song that I really, really loved. Oh, it's the Adele song, the Easy on Me, but it had like this reggae remix, and it's a different one than I've heard because I've heard the remix of the reggae one, but this was like a different one, and I really wanted to do it, but couldn't figure out how to edit the videos. So they're all up here. If I could just figure out how to like TikTok speak my language. It's fun. I'm having fun with it. Okay, Eddie. So general guidance and then work also. All right, here you go. General guidance. 10 of clubs. Wow, you see all these 9s and 10s, everyone. So what does that say? When we start to get the same numbers repeating over and over again, the 9s and the 10s, and what I saw was this huge gap between the two, but everyone clearly being able to step from one over into the other. So everyone here has the ability to really allow themselves to step into the next, right? If you're hearing my voice now or you're hearing it on the replay. So the 10 of clubs is the one where you get to have huge success in your career. So I love that you said work also. Let's talk about the flip side of the 10 of clubs. The flip side of the 10 of clubs can feel very much like imposter syndrome, can feel very much like, why is it happening for everyone else and not for me? It can feel very much like, why are they getting all the accolades? Why are they getting noticed? Why are they getting the promotions? Why are they getting the job offers and not me, right? Why are they getting recognized and I'm not? Because the 10 of clubs, Summer's here, she's a 10 of clubs. I really attract 10 of clubs, and it's because of where the 10 of clubs sit in my chart. 10 of clubs are meant to be well known. You're meant to be very, very successful in your career, and that's why you're really well known. So general guidance here, because the question we asked is, what is it that you could focus on in order to step into this club energy, this mental energy? Really allow yourself to acknowledge how far you have come and to allow yourself the next, right? Here's how I see it, Eddie. I see you kind of like standing on the curb and you're rocking back and forth. So you're like right on the arch of your foot and you rock back and your heels tap the curb, and you rock forward and like the ball of your foot taps the top of the curb, and you're kind of rocking back and forth. So just a little bit more fuel to the fire, a little bit more oomph in the career path that you're seeking in order to step into what it is that you're wanting to do. So this is a time to like kind of step on the gas and do all of the things that would help to perpetuate you into what it is that you're wanting to do. So like whether that's, I'm going to reach out to 5 people, or I'm going to put in a new resume, or I'm going to go in and ask for a raise. Like this is the time when the 10 of clubs comes up and says, really acknowledge how far you've come. You really do get to be highly successful. It's like written for you. And when you do, oh, look at that, money, honey. Yeah. So the 10 and the 4 coming together, right? The 14, it means some change. So there might be a pretty big career change path happening for you, or some kind of change, because the 10 and the 4 come together in this kind of scenario. And yeah, the 10 plus the 14, right? So you add the 1 and the 4, you get a 5, which means some change in the career. But when you do, the 4 of diamonds is it's stability, it's money, it's feeling really, really safe with your finances. So this is what you'll get to have. So that works really well together, I think. Yeah. You know, Eddie, how that's landing for you. And then Miss Margot, your turn. You just said yes here in the chat box. So I'm not sure if yes means yes, you have a specific question, or yes, you would like a card still. Let me know. Thanks for the tag, Christy. Margot, beautiful. Making peace with money. Okay. Hey, Gabby, welcome. Yeah, if you know any friends or family that you think would like to play with us, you could tag them here, and then they could start to follow me. And what you can do is, like, you know, if you follow me, then you'll get the notice that I'm going to go live. Did everyone get the okay. Did everyone get the notice that I was about to go live? Remember when I said just a minute ago I used to clear out of my throat, and now I just like get a tickle in my nose? Remember that? Yeah. But I'd love to know if you got the notice. So, like, my whole point with that, I'm like, Chrissy, I see she tagged her friend Jody here. So if you have someone you think that could that would like an intuitive card pull, then you could tag them here. They could start to follow me, and then they would get the notice. Yeah, you did get it. Yeah. Okay. Margot, whatever you are clearing, sister. It was all of a sudden, it felt like a popcorn seed was like sitting on the side of my throat right here. So like whatever feels stuck. And I haven't eaten popcorn in a really long time. I was over at my son's house the other day, and he was showing me this liquid popcorn you can buy, or this liquid butter you can buy, and pour it over your popcorn. And it's just like, it's literally like the movie theater popcorn. And I always wondered, because when you use regular butter, it like gives that like kind of grindy feeling, you know? Okay, you got the notice, Crystal. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, y'all are going to have to keep me on track here. So I've got Margot now, and then Gabby. Gabby is the Maria. I've had 3 Marias come up in the past less than a day. Random things. Although not random at all. Yeah, Heather, you got it. Okay, so for you, Margot. Wow. Oh. Here's why I was like choking on non-existent popcorn. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades has eluded me pretty much my whole life. Fear. The lowest side of the Ace of Spades, or the lower vibration, or the fear side of the Ace of Spades, is terror, is being afraid of making a move because you don't want to do it wrong, is being afraid of not getting it right, of hurting someone else's feelings, of always kind of taking a step back and looking around and wondering if you should go for it. The Ace of Spades has a really irrational fear of death. You know why? Because it is death. Because death is rebirth. So the way that I visualize the Ace of Spades is like this really sheer veil that's right in front of me. It's right here. And I can see the other side of it. And the other side of it is death and rebirth at the same time. And on this side of the sheer veil, as I stand on this side, is also death and rebirth. But this sheer veil, this Ace of Spades, says, are you willing to take your life to the next? And once you decide to do that, right, whether you pick up the sheer, I almost said veil, and you step onto the other side of it, there's no going back. We don't look in the rearview mirror. We keep moving forward. I wonder if that's where like the lifting of the veil came from when like we get married. I don't know the history of it, but like there's all sorts of it's in religious texts, right? Of like removing of the veil, lifting of the veil. But like that was just the thought that I had. So Margot, your to do, how can you make peace with money? The Ace of Spades has absolutely nothing to do with money, honey. Nothing. It's within you. So release whatever fear is coming out for you. Yeah, you're ready. She said, ready, exclamation point. Sit back into this, right? Take a deep breath. This is me with the 7 that I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, do it. I'll do this shit all day long. Give it to me. Let's go. I got it. I'll do it. No fear. Let's go. But what I didn't realize is that I had myself attached. I had myself still attached to the outcome. So really sit in this, right? The Ace of Spades is, I don't know what's on the other. Like I can see through it, that sheerness. I know what's on the other side. I know I'm meant to go that direction. But, and like get yourself there, right? So, and I say this, Margot, because I know you well, and so I can be like, whoa, sister, like, whoa, Nelly, dig a little bit deeper, right? Really let this be the thing that really allows you to make peace with money. So take off the shoes, take off the running shoes, you're probably wearing my running shoes. We've both worn them before. And sit in this. What am I afraid of? Right? Very similar to what I was saying to Alex at the very beginning. When no one else is around, when it's just me and God, when it's just me and the divine, me and the universe, what's holding me back from doing the thing that I really want to do? And am I willing to do it right now? Whatever fears come up, that's what you move through. So there's a fear somewhere else that seems like it's unrelated to money. It has nothing to do with money, like it just on the surface, right? Doesn't have anything to do with money, but this is your story to release in order to make peace with money. When you do, look at that. You can't make this shit up. You literally can't make this shit up. The 5 of Diamonds says you'll have a whole new value set. You have a whole new way of receiving money. You cannot make this shit up. But you have a whole new way of really valuing who you are in the world. That's what you get. So some deep, deep fears, like, I'm talking like in utero, even before that kind of fears, like let it go. You're ready, Margot. Let it go. Let this be the thing, right? Yeah. Like take off the shoes, strip it down, get super naked in it, and just really let yourself be. I all of a sudden feel my low back in that one, Margot. Let us know how that's landing for you if you're not still untying the running shoes. So you're ready, like, I'm ready. It just takes one to know one, right? But you also are really ready. I'm just gonna like slow it down. Sometimes you just have to really slow it down, because like pull back in order to poof, right? Really propel you into where it is you're going. Okay, so where am I at? I got Gabby and then Heather, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up. So Gabby, let me know. And Heather, you could even say down below if you have a specific question. I loved what came up for you though, Margot. Popcorn. Is there anything around popcorn for you also? It's like a popcorn seed. Yeah. Oh, my slow it is. Yeah. And slow is really just a judgment also, right? Like this is me, you know, the charioteer in the tarot. This is who I rep also. It's like my energy, right? My frequency. I'm always like, let's just go, 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 go. Like I want it fast. And so, but that's also a judgment. And we're talking about like time. We were talking about you all have your own specific. And Margot, I also know that you rep the 8 of diamonds. So you sit at the pinnacle. You sit at really fast momentum with finances, with money, with body. And so whenever it's not flowing, it means you're on the wrong racetrack. It means that like, you know, you're pushing a wooden race car on the racetrack and everyone else is on horses, right? Like it's just, you're just on the wrong track. Or, you know, you're in a brand new shiny yellow Lamborghini speeding around the racetrack, driving on horse shit because you're on the horse track. Do you get my analogy of like what that is, right? And I'm saying this specifically for Margot because I know Margot and I know she's the 8 of diamonds. And so when she's asking how can she release, you know, money stuff, because she specifically represents the 8, the infinity symbol, the fast track, having the experience of money, it's like come back into the body first and then like look around like, oh yeah, I forgot I traded my horse for a Lamborghini. I need to get off this horse track and get onto the race car track. It goes back to what we were saying at the very beginning, where that fast I lost my train of thought. You'll search. What are you searching for? Your driver's license? Oh, divine timing. That's what I was talking about at the very beginning. So we're born into a space and time, right? Time as we know it, like for right now, for me, it's 6:22 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We all agree upon this time, but that time doesn't really exist in space continuum. So you were born into a space that means that you have these particular ways of being and ways of like karmas declare, like you come into earth, onto earth with specific karmas declare pathways to be built. And so, you know, it's this agreement that you have. And so Margot, knowing that that's the 8 of diamonds, when you just feel off track from who you are, right? It's there's these clear things to like slow down and move through. Okay. Really am ready now. Let's search. Okay, Gabby said around new beginnings with the move, new job. I didn't see any comments as to what everyone's doing tonight. What are you doing on a Saturday night? I saw that you said you love Saturday somewhere. Saturdays are my action. Saturdays are my Jupiter. So I love Saturdays also. Your phone ringing. You're chilling from being back from the beach. I love it. Gabby just moved to Florida from Utah. Can I come live with you as soon as it gets cold in Utah? And then I'll come back when it gets warm again. Please? Can I do that? There you go, Gabby. One more shuffle. Okay. Okay. Ooh, 3 of spades, Gabby. So what is it you get to cleanse? Release that. So here's the 3. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Like, I got to do this, and then I got to do that, and then I got to do this, and then, but I forgot to do that. I got to do that. Release the, I'm being pulled in all these different directions. and bring it back to the focal point. Bring it back to your why. Why did you move to Florida? Why did you want to, have this new job and have this new space for you to be in? Bring it back to that. Bring your 3 into a focal point that will feel like, so look at the geometry of the spade, right? It points in one direction. Now it's really interesting. It does over time make there's that T word again, make a difference. But we've got one spade pointing upwards and then 2 spades pointing downwards, right? As above, so below. So really allow yourself to root in to why you moved. Allow yourself to come back to when you're feeling pulled in so many different directions. This is the mental energy. We're all going to move. We've already moved into it. So what can you do? Bring it back to, why did I move? Why did I come back here, right? Remind yourself, this is the move. This is the direction. It was literally in your cards, right? We looked at it and we saw it all mapped out for you. So come back to your deep reasoning, your whys. Maybe you start to journal it out and you write it out every day, right? So when you start to feel like I'm being pulled in all these different directions and I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I want to do that, no, just come back. Just come back to, this is why I'm here. Yeah, you did. And when you do, you have a new form expression of how you love yourself. You have this new way of being in the world. And a new way of being in the world literally means a new way of being in the world physically. So here's the 5 of hearts that we saw in your chart. This means a move, right? This was sitting in my long range for an entire year. And when I entered in my birthday last year, it's sitting in my long range for the entire year. I was like, I'm not moving, right? This was May of last year. Like, I'm not moving. That's not happening. There's no way that's happening, right? And it happened, like a physical move. Like I'm in, this is a different space that I'm in here now than I was at the beginning of the year that my 5 of hearts came in. So it's location for you, but like, it's just saying you get the results. It's confirmation that you've landed into the right space. You've landed into the space for you. Allow yourself, when you start to notice like, oh, I forgot to do this and I got to do that and I want to do that, right? Come back to, why am I here? Let me just go back to the beach. Let me just go back to getting my feet in the sand, my toes in the sand, and those negative ions that the waves produce, right? The crashing of the waves produce. So release the overwhelm. And I know you know how to do that because you work with me. You've been doing that. You're all over the place. Yeah, come back. When you're starting to feel all over the place, take off your shoes and walk on the sand. Do less. Yeah. You're welcome. All right. Heather Meekum Healy. Heather, forgive me. I'm drawing a total blank right now. How do we know each other? Were you one of Darius's teachers at Innovations? She's asking about job, health, and finance. Oh, and I just saw Crystal's comment. On Saturdays, you replenish, rest, laundry, groceries. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, we went to school together. Okay, that's why I was thinking of school. Oh my gosh, I totally know who you are. Okay, yes. So Meekum, you're a year ahead of me. Okay. Healy must be your married name. Okay, it's landing. Isn't that funny the way our brains start it was all computing. It was like school, and then it took me to my son had one of his favorite teachers was named Heather, and so I was kind of like I just thought of school, and then pulled me in that direction. So yes, of course. Okay. We had our the year of 97. We just had our 25th year anniversary. Holy shit, how is that even possible, right? How is it possible that I'm having a 25-year high school reunion when I am 25? I don't know why my Valley Girl voice needs to come out when I talk about age, but but it does. Right, Heather. Job, health, finance. Here's your card, 5 of Clubs. So, the 5 represents change, right? I'm like, here's me just like tapping into your energy. And like sometimes when I go a little bit slower, I'm waiting for some more downloads to come in. I mean, the 5 means a certain thing. The club means a certain thing. The 5 of the clubs comes together. But what I said at the very beginning, like when I was saying to have Summer, like just make sure that it's okay with him. It's like this spiritual bypassing. So I'm just making sure that like as I tap into your energy, that it feels okay to say this stuff out loud. And so that's why sometimes I close my eyes and I just go a little bit slower in different words. Like I'll say different words. But Heather, change. You know, how can you create some changes for you? And it feels like they're all one and the same, right? Like you said, job, health, and finance, and that's like finance and job tends to go together, but then the health as well. So what can you do? This is a pretty big shift to have the 5 of Clubs come up in the way that we're prefacing the question. So, you know, can you commit to yourself that you will take care of yourself in a different kind of way? Meaning that, I don't know, maybe there's like a particular kind of vitamin that you've been wanting to try that you believe will help, or, you know, just making sure that your organs are all really hydrated well enough, or that you're just like, you know, getting some fresher foods. It seems like it's something that it's almost like, why am I going to bother to do that? It won't make a big of a difference, but it will. So like even just drinking proper amounts of water for you, right? Amount of water for you. And here's why I say this. I see this all the time on social media where people are doing like these diets, these nutrition programs where like they have to drink a gallon of water a day. And I can't tell you how many people I've had come through my Pilates studio and like their eyes are twitching. They're what they're doing is they're literally drowning their organs and they're flushing the necessary electrolytes out of their body. And so it's causing like super low potassium and like dry, like it's dry mouth. Like they'll drink more water because they have dry mouth. And so there's something like that in here for you. So like, how can you just really, whatever you feel like is good for you, right? Not that maybe someone's suggesting it, but that like you tap into your energy and you say, yeah, that's the thing I want to try. And let me just do that one thing. And then next week I'll add the next thing. And then the next week I'll add the next thing. But change, you know, and this is asking for like pretty quick. In the next 72 hours, how can you create a new kind of change for you? And as you change that for your health, the job, the finances will naturally follow. But it's again, the geometry of everything, right? The 5 is the biggest one. It's the biggest catalyst for change. It's the thing that says like, as I create this change, I'm going to tap into what feels like freedom, what feels like playful nature, which feels like, let me just be, like, let me just be, let me be free. You know, like I have a lot of people that come in and they're tied to eating at a certain time of day and they're counting the macros and they're counting the calories. And so this is what I'm talking about, is this freedom of, let me come back to me. Let me just do what feels good to me. But change, it's a drastic change. So this is what you're being asked to do. And when you do, you get the Ace of Clubs, right? So the Ace of Clubs is this fresh start. It's a new beginning. You'll get a new idea. And this is why I think it's really important for you to focus on the physical first, the health. The finances, the job will follow. And what will happen is like new ideas will pop in, new downloads will come into you. And this is what you'll get to. You'll get to have what you're asking for. You're looking for something, a change, a shift in the job, the health, and finance. But it really comes back to, you know, sometimes we avoid doing things because we feel like it's not going to really matter. That's such a small change. It's such a small thing to do. But, you know, it's that 1 degree pivot to the right, right? And then 1 more degree pivot to the right. And you just keep doing that thing. And that one more degree pivot to the right? And you just keep doing that thing. And then one more degree. And what happens in 180 days? You're completely going a totally different direction. It's pretty quick. And so it's worth it. Yeah. Heather, I'd love to know how that lands for you. Summer says, Saturday is my connection day. I love it the most. Yeah. Have we looked at your divine timing, Summer? I wonder, do you know the day of week you were born on, Summer? You're welcome, Heather. You were born on a Friday, so your Saturday is your Venus day. So Saturdays is your connection day. Oh, that's why you said your connection day. Fuller. I just got that. Yeah. So did you know that? Have we gone over this? Sometimes I go into a slightly different frequency when I come in here and I do some of these lives. So sometimes I'm like, have we met? Have we talked about this before? So is that why you said connection day? Because Venus represents connection, right? So Venus, because you were born on a Friday, then today would be your connection day. Today would be a great day to make it a family day, right? To meet up with friends, to do group sessions together. We talked about it Friday and Saturday. Oh, about Friday being your Mercury day, Venus being your Saturday. Okay. Well, this was fun, everyone. I can't believe I've been live here for an hour and 7 minutes. It flew by. I've got 2 9s up at the top of the screen. So what does that tell me? And I look at the bottom of the deck. It's a 9 of diamonds. The 9 are endings. The endings just means something else is coming. I'm going to ask everyone to, whatever you're doing right now, so however you're listening to me right now, whether you're live on or on the replay, to get up and move around, right? I'm going to say goodbye in about 11 seconds. Do not sit in this energy. I can feel it rising up and coming up out of my throat. It wants to move. And you're probably feeling this as well. So get up, stretch, take a sip of water, go walk barefoot in the grass. You could get as drastic as you'd like to be. I'm going to go for a really hard run and sweat. But don't sit in this energy. It needs to move. Everything is energy, and including your electronics, including this energy that is moving through the beauty of Zoom, or not Zoom, but whatever we're on, Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. All right, everyone. Have an amazing Saturday. This was fun. I'll pop back in and do another live when the spirit hits me the next time. If you're interested in having a private reading where we can look at your specific chart, you could send me a private message and we can talk about that. You are so welcome. I love you all. Have an amazing day.